Hi everyone, it's Linda. I'm back. Um, Hold on. I kind of changed things up. Um, Lulu's bowl is gone back there. Thank you for all the wonderful messages and love. I'm just overwhelmed with them. I tried. I was doing pretty good, and then all of a sudden I'm doing this and I'm getting verklempt. Um, I'll tell you, yesterday I thought I was going to get up and do this video, but my rib cage hurt so bad, and I told my sister, I'm pretty sure it's from sobbing because I sob like I haven't sobbed since I was a kid, full sob like kids do. And I think what it did was my ribs, were being pulled, so I was really in pain yesterday. Um, As you know, she was diagnosed Friday with cancer in her abdomen. They were very worried about her going into septic shock. She was only 9 years old. She was going to be 10, November 24th. And I told the vet, maybe we can help her live till she turns 10. She just said, maybe, let's just keep a close eye. Well, listen, you guys, that little girl, she must have known. Because Easter Sunday, so Friday, then Easter Sunday, I was keeping an eye on her evacuation, making sure she was passing. And she'd always have these, for a while here, she's just been doing little blobs of bloody stool. And I noticed she maybe passed 4 drops. And still hungry as a horse, still eating, but not passing. Still peeing, no problem. So I thought, oh. So Monday, I called the vet. In the morning, I watched her, and she strained for 30 minutes and couldn't pass anything. And I said, yeah, it's time, because you just don't want them to get blocked up. But she was still just my happy baby, and she just waits for her meal. She'll pick up any little kibble you might accidentally, sometimes I dropped it on purpose. And now when I make the meal, Jack is in the other room. It's just like he's not interested, but he is eating. So I called the vet, and my doctor wasn't in, so they were going to have someone else call me. And then I called the compassion place, who had put my sister's kitty down, and they were very happy they did that. And it does cost money. But, well, it cost more for me and my sister, because I think we had them cremated and put in a little vase. I won't get Lulu's cremation for 2 weeks. So she said, why don't I come out about 2 o'clock? And I said, great. And when she's a vet too. And when I told her she's just not passing anything, she said, yeah, it's time. And then the VA, the veterans called me too. And the lady, she wasn't my doctor, it was another lady. And I told her, we've got an appointment. She's not passing stool. She said, good idea. You don't want her to suffer like that. Because at any time she would have got even more sick. And I noticed Lulu for the years, because I've been complaining for several years. And especially when the stool got bloody, I was complaining. And they would do, biopsy. They would do, no parasites and all this. And then the blood just got worse. Sometimes it was frank blood. And then they said, well, we probably should do an ultrasound. So they finally set me up with the ultrasound. And that happened on Friday. And she said, I'm afraid I have some really bad news. So, but I had tried to complain for her. Where the location of the tumor was and the big, huge lymph node, it was blocking off her ability to go to the bathroom. And where it was located, it would have been too hard, even if it was smaller, to go in there and do surgery. And I wasn't going to have her go through chemo or anything. So they came, and she had treats. So Lulu was very happy. My son was here, Jacob. getting verklempt again. I was doing pretty good. Like I said, I was crying so hard there for a while. I hurt my rib cage. But very peaceful passing. When they give her a drug to keep her calm, put her to sleep. And then when they introduced a drug to stop her heart, 10 seconds, she was gone. So it wasn't ugly. It was very calming. My mother, too. She died at my house, and towards the end, she was so peaceful. It was just very quiet. I hope I go that way. I'll probably go screaming MF her. But if Lulu's there, okay, so am I recording? Yeah. I don't see anything if I want to put this on pause for a second. Okay, but I asked you guys for questions, and I got all kinds of sympathy. Thank you so much. I'm trying to get back to as many as I can, but thank you so much. I even got flowers. So Lulu didn't care about flowers. She just would have tore them up. She was a good dog, though. She didn't tear things up. She wasn't someone that said, oh my God, she got my slipper or whatever. She wasn't like that. She used to go dig rocks in the backyard and put rocks in her mouth, which I never understood. So, okay. So as you know, oh, I can't believe it. I forgot my, hold on, you guys. Is there any way I can put this on pause? That's interesting. Can you believe it? I didn't bring my cards. It's really weird. In the old days, you could put it on pause, and then run, and I could go grab my cards. But it's not allowing me. If anybody knows about this new setup with Zoom, let me know. Hold on, let me grab my cards. It's so funny, whenever I start a show, the dogs always knew to leave me alone. They get real quiet and go sit somewhere. Okay, so I got the cards. So, I just couldn't go online the other day, but I wanted to check about this crazy man saying he was going to obliterate Iran and all this stuff. Just things that are I'm telling you, he would have gone to jail. He still is going. They want him out. But when I did the reading, I didn't see the bombing. And I said, you guys, it looks like it's going to be okay. Remember, I told you guys. I said, I can give you that. And I also said, watch for the Georgia. Like there was some good news. Well, the guy didn't win, the Democrat, to take Marjorie Taylor Greene's place. But he didn't lose by a landslide. So that was good news. So I did the pendulum, I did the cards, and they kept showing that, there was no war outcome. And the hit I got was that the Army and the Navy are real. There's somebody he just tried to fire from or Hedgehog just tried to fire from the Army. This is hearsay, entertainment purposes only, but apparently he's refusing to leave. So And also, they kept telling Hedgehog and Trump that they can't expire a civilization. They can't do that. That's totally against the law. And they will all have to pay. They will all have to go before a tribunal. So anyway, okay. And again, thank you guys for all the love and devotion and affection. And I'm just glad she used to take off and hide in the bathroom sometimes, and that probably was a sign she was not doing well. The other thing is she would always pant really loud, and I'm like, "What's wrong, honey? I mean, you just been laying there and you're panting." Damn me, because now if I was around a dog that did that, I'd know something was up. But she would always try to hide, and then I was constantly having to wash her behind because that blood would stick and the smell, and she would leak. You know, it was terrible. It wasn't great for her. She was only 9. Okay. So they said they came to a conclusion. They came to an agreement. Apparently, Iran is still bombing Lebanon. And not Iran. Israel is still bombing Lebanon. And Iran is still bombing Israel. And Israel's all, they can't do that. Well, quit bombing Lebanon. They've closed the strait. I guess they're saying until Israel stops bombing Lebanon, we're not going to open the strait. So let's see what's going to happen. Trump wants to run this with this, even though it's not really a plus for him, because they've lost so much jets and they've lost a lot of people, and they don't want to have to face that. Let me tell you. Okay. We ask for only the truth. Can you please tell us what's going to happen after this? I haven't checked out anybody else's site to see what they think. Ooh, the whole world hates Trump. That's what I just got. I don't know why I see that lady from Italy, the blonde. She's just like with her lip curled. She's calling him names. I see France just can't stand him. I see that prince that had that New York reporter taken out with the help of Jared Kushner. I see him really disappointed with the United States. And they're making deals with Ukraine. Oh, Ukraine's hitting Russia pretty hard, you guys. It's glorious. That's all I got to tell you. They had an economy, Russia did, that was bigger. They had people, but those people, those soldiers that Russia had weren't trained appropriately. They just threw bodies in there. Okay, so what's going to happen? Oh, he's totally evil. He goes with the evil ghost, okay? He thinks he's made a deal, but he hasn't. So what are you telling me? Okay, so here's Trump trying to transition over this heartache, but then he's being blocked by justice. Justice is coming to get him. And look at this, the Ten of Swords. It's not the normal stuff we know. It's not stuff, well, he did bring this upon himself, but there's going to be a lot of stabbing towards him. And this is all the people he thought were on his side are going to turn their back. Okay? So, yes, we need this. The outcome is, well, okay, so will we come? I see, and I'll just say this out loud, when Trump's gone, and probably a Democrat's in there, so that's not till 29, But when Trump is gone, even if it's Congress and the Senate that are able to do some cover, I see them working with people who are right people. What do I got down here? Anyway. Okay. The outcome of Iran. Yeah, see, they're just not going to get over this. And they don't trust him as far as they can throw. They had a deal. They had a deal via Obama. And Trump would have loved to have that deal back. Boy, did he poop his pants in a big way. He shouldn't have done what he did. Now, in order to invoke the 25th Amendment, you need the Senate and Congress. There's not enough votes there. Wait till November. But I see him just going down, down, down. I see his face beat red. I can't guarantee you when he's going, but he's going. And from the beginning, I told you guys he'll be gone this year. And the minute if he's dead or if he walks away, I just see all kinds of lawsuits. And I see them hitting the family too, because they made monies illegally off the United States. Tell me about Iran. Iran is going through a transition. I know they can be pretty ugly about their treatment, especially of women, but they're going through a transition. And what do you want to tell me? They're gathering money together, and there's some big money coming towards them to help them rebuild. I think the United States has to pay. Oh my God, the United States is just going through hell. Gas prices aren't getting ready to drop for a little bit, you guys. Sorry about that. Although oil has gone down under 100, it's going to take some time before it reflects. He has just, he walked into this. So people were saying, who the hell talked him into doing this? Because somebody was throwing money in front of him. You go into Iran and you can take this and their minerals and this. No. Iran's going to be okay, you guys. Now let me look at something really quick. They're going through a transition, which could be really good. They don't have the demon on them. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your help. What do I need to tell everybody? Pam Bondi refused to testify before Congress because she's no longer the AG. But her license is getting ready to go. I saw it, I could taste it, I could smell it. And did you hear they gave Kristi Noem's plane to Melania? What a bunch of heathens. It's like garbage rats. Angel of Light and Mercy. Is there anything you need to tell us that's upcoming? What? The master power is with us. We're caused by changes and reflection within the world. So You know, I'd like to get excited about Atramis or whatever that's up in the moon. All that money, and people are losing everything down here on Earth. It's, you know, we don't have the comforts, the creature comforts like we did before. And he'll take it away. Now he wants to take away from the humanity, some humanity place, remove all that money so he can build that bridge in his name. Um, there, I think he's not well. I see medical issues about coming around for him. He's coming off the battlefield. He is walking away from the battlefield. So, you know, people were saying, so what next? Is he going to hit Greenland? I'm not seeing him do. You know why? I see them still trying to gather themselves over this Iran thing. They thought it was going to be like Venezuela, in and out. But no, it's not. Um, People coming together, people really deciding enough. This is enough. I see the military in the middle of this, and I see them saying, you know what? If he starts hinting around like next we're going to hit Greenland, I see them saying this guy's got to go. Some big news is coming up, but it's for the better. It's for us. Oh, thank you. People were really praying on here, praying for the realm to bring us peace. This is beautiful, you guys. You guys have you're all giving me so much love. And a lot of us have lost our fur. I tell you, that's the one thing I hate seeing on Facebook or anything is somebody losing a fur baby. I know, cat, kitty, or dog. I don't care. But you know what? That doggone Facebook, I'm getting commercial after commercial about buying this in the name of your dog, you know, this or that. I got flowers from Twin Tarot from David and Gary. So he just wrote me and he said when they're available, we're going to do a show. Okay. Dawn, I'm so sorry for your loss. I recently lost mine and I know how it hurts. And when you have to put them down, they don't go naturally. And when I knew something was wrong, I mean, you just don't have blood in your stool and zippity doodah. And I kept pushing, and then finally they did that ultrasound. And then they said they would let me know in a couple of weeks. And I was like, oh, well, that must be good news, right? And then as soon as I was heading out the door to take my son for a haircut, the vet called and she said, do you have a couple of minutes? I said, oh, God, I could feel my heart sink. And she said, I'm afraid it's not good news. And boy, she immediately, you know, think about it, you guys. I got the word on Friday. She was still passing little patches of poo. And then by Easter Sunday, she was stopped up. Okay. Diana says, now is the time for everyone to check in with your favorite astrologers. We are there. We are there. We are there. It's a historic time. Thank you, Diana. In fact, that reminds me. Andre asked, did I want to do a quick show? But he was asking for yesterday. I couldn't barely get out of bed. I'll contact him today. I'm going to do prayers, too, after I'm done with this show. Oh, Dale has 2 doodles. And your Lulu and my Aussie are identical. Just remember you gave her a great life. Oh, thank you. Connect had to put her kitty down at 16 years. And my sister, the reason she knew about this compassions, because they had to put the kitty down that was 18 years old. You guys are so cool. I wasn't surprised when I heard about that ceasefire. What do you think? I see I see Iran. I hate to say it, but they're not going to hold true by any agreement. I don't know why. I feel like they're going to do a couple of things that's really going to be a slam dunk, especially to Israel. Will Viktor Orban win his election in Hungary? Well, I've looked at this before, but let's just take a quick look. See, apparently, when J.D. Vance was there, wherever they were at in Hungary, he lost 3% of the vote. Nobody likes J.D. Vance. Okay. Viktor Orban. What's the outcome for? I see he's going to lose, but I see him like this, trying to hold on. Maybe trying to do something underhanded. But, you know, Moscow has no... Even though Putin wants him in office, Moscow doesn't have the pull like it did before. Moscow's in a lot of trouble thanks to Ukraine. Ukraine is bombing the heck out of them. It is written, okay? And this is him trying to... He's like having to pick up the pieces. They're going to find more stuff that he did that was illegal. How much he... You know, it's one of the poorest places on earth. Who was talking? Was it Lawrence on MS Now? Somebody was saying it's a small country with a dirt poor, and the only people that have money there are Orban and his family. But the people are coming out and saying no. He's going to try to act like this wasn't right, okay? Because I see them saying we look at it or something like they do out here. And the other person still wins. They'd like to assassinate him, but I see that they can't get to him. Oh, did you see that Trump said that he's decided he should run for president of Venezuela? He needs to learn some Spanish. Oh my God. He ain't going to be president of nothing. This is good. You guys are praying universally. You're asking the realm, you know. Artemis looks good. I felt something happening on the way back, but nothing that kills them. But they look good. But again, my heart is broken because as much as they loved it, I don't see America really getting into it like they would have normally if we didn't have this country the way it is. But did you see Trump try to talk to them and they all ignored him? I love it. I love it. I haven't seen LuLu yet, but I sure saw my Moochie several times in spirit. So I think LuLu will come to me too. Don't worry, the Epstein files are going to be laid out and filleted right in front of everybody. I see so much stuff coming about the Epstein, but I don't want you to think, is it gone? They cannot hide it forever. And they're going to be able to get whatever they tried to destroy from another source. So I don't want you to worry about it. So sad to see how our Congress and Israel are treating people. Makes you wonder what kind of retaliation there will be. I see Johnson. Is that the guy who's in charge? Is it Johnson? Mike? I hope it's funny how you forget their names right away. I see him being quite frightened to live as a civilian. I see him being quite frightened. I see people want him stoned. That's what I saw. I saw he's shocked by how much hate there is for him. Troops left in Iran. Will they be rescued or left behind? troops left in Iran. I see them being able to go. I see Iran saying, take them, take them. I see them being able to go. And remember our friend that wrote us that she couldn't get packages to a ship out there? I just went blank on the name of the ship. Well, apparently that ship was hit. And, you know, we're not hearing anything about it. It was hit. It wasn't destroyed, but it was hit. Oh, listen. I don't know if I'll still be alive. We have years and years of stuff coming up. And by the way, the new guy towards Trump, we got years and years of under the microscope about war crimes, about stealing of money. Um, I see all kinds of people. I see new people in the Congress. It's just one thing after. I see paperwork, stamping of paperwork. It will be like Nuremberg. I see a lot of people trying to escape, but even if they leave to another country, they're going to be brought back because other countries don't want them around. Did you hear that somebody, one of these, it could be entertainment purposes only, it could be fake, but apparently even the people on American Idol were booing Carrie Underwood. And why they're booing, I never watch it, but why they were booing her was because she treats the contestants so bad. I didn't know that. Shame on her, really, if she does. Okay. Okay, during your reading with Mel, you answered my question if the ICE soldier sexually assaulting women would go to jail. He said they would face civil trials. So my question is, will any of them get arrested? Absolutely. Absolutely. What they're going to do is be able to take the DNA of the child and figure out who the person was in ICE that and also the mothers will say it was this person. So yeah, they're going before the courts and they will be, it's not just this child is your responsibility, but it'll be because you assaulted them. Okay. I think somebody said, what do you think will finally stop Trump? I think it's going to be um, I think it's going to be the military. I've been saying that. I feel like the military is standing there ready to take him out. Or maybe it's Congress that says, yeah, he needs to go, but it's like he's exiting stage left. Okay. Do you think that the administration has influenced or in any way been involved in Nancy Guthrie's event? No, I don't get that. But they sure were involved with Charlie Kirk, and that's all coming to forefront. And they'd like that to just go away, but it's all coming out. I think we told you that. No, this was a planned event. This is, I guess they're saying Israel, but I don't know. Um, I see Salwell going for the governor. You know that guy, the rich guy, what's his name? He's putting commercials left and right. And now he's trying to talk trash about Salwell. You know, that's a turnoff. A lot of these rich people, there was a gal that had been running up against Jerry Brown. She was a female. She had a lot of money. And putting all these negative campaigns. And she lost bigly. Because, you know, people, especially in California, tell us about what you're going to offer. We could care less what you think of the other person. Okay. Someone just said the best recipe for grief is to just get back to the routine. I can't believe we have 3 more years of this goon. We don't, though. He's going before the 3 years. I'm telling you right now, he's going. Yeah, but the Republican that was elected in MTG's seat, he didn't lose by a whole bunch. And that's making the Reds take a look. See, that was a totally red place. But he didn't lose by, a large margin, which is good news. But just remember I told you, there's just some places that are so red. Hey, does anybody know? Wasn't Easter Sunday supposed to be a big awakening day with the lady that UFO man talked about? Huge awakening. Maybe it was a lot more quiet, but did anybody have any? Write me, grindle9103@gmail.com, and just tell me, did you have an awakening or anything? Of course, I was going through the loss of my baby, so that was devastation. So, Wayward. With so many Republicans leaving, is it possible that all the young new Republican faces will actually serve as hope for the Republican Party and have detrimental effect in the midterms? Um, well, leaving possibly that the young new Republicans will actually serve as hope. Well, I see new young Republicans coming in and not being anything like the Trump and the maggots. I told you that there'll be a new beginning with the Republicans. And that's why the Democrats, we need more progressive, because we can't have same thing, different day Nancy Pelosi style. We need more innovative. We need people to be excited about what we're able to do. And people will not be making money off their seat, like even Nancy Pelosi. They go in, average pay, and they come out millionaires. That's the way to do it. Plus you get health care the rest of your life. Something might be done about that. Well, the billionaires were for the Iran war when they thought Trump could go in there and steal what he wanted, and he thought he was going to be able to go in there. What a putz. Oh, gosh, no. No, no, no. And let me tell you, Iran will get kinder when we get our new president, when they see that we got our senses about them. But they're not going to give leeway with this guy. Not whatsoever. Trump is trying to plan. Is he planning a coup? He could be. I see him trying to do things, but nothing will work. They're going to win by a landslide. Okay, that's my daughter talking to me. Um, will Trump be charged with war crimes and then removed? I see universally people bringing him up on charges. I see people saying, shame on you. I think, do you remember when Sterling said that he thinks that Trump was going to try to escape? Interesting, he was talking about being president of Venezuela. Something's coming up where he might try to exit or is forced to exit. Something's coming up. I don't see him lasting 3 more years. Yeah, because his threat to Iran, they're saying, will Trump's threat to Iran be the reason for his physical removal? Yeah, he was threatening genocide and had no problem doing that. And why he's still sitting there is beyond me. But I see paperwork being brought up. I see other nations talking amongst each other. And I see him being totally shocked that he's made to stand up to the plate for what he said. He's a whack job. He's not suitable for this, for being there. Not at all. Ooh. Somebody just told me even Miller knows that he's not suitable. People are worried. Pam Bondi is telling people behind closed doors she's worried about Trump because she thinks he's losing his mind. Girl, you in trouble. They're going to get you. Oh, bless you, Linda. Since we can't trust what we are being told by Trump, wondering if the second down pilot was truly found. You know, I had a feeling that he might be captured, and they may, in fact, because remember I read it and I saw, well, it looks like he could be captured, but the outcome was good, so he'll get to go home. He's going to get to go home. Iran can't trust us either. They've just closed the straits again because they're saying until you stop hitting Lebanon, we aren't going to open it. I see Trump trying to talk, because I don't care what Netanyahu says. He's not happy with this stop. I just saw Trump not even caring if Netanyahu gets taken out. It's like, good, that's a thorn out of my side. I just heard that. No honor amongst thieves. And then I saw Netanyahu, it said something, if that was truly Netanyahu, said something, we need to find a place for Palestinians to stay. 1947. Look in your Google 1947 and look at all the ships that Israel, the Jewish people, were let off these ships, and Palestine opened the doors to allow them to come stay in Palestine because they had no place to go. I mean, it's really sad. It's really sad. Okay, and then what do you call them? It's not the Jews. It's the ones that are fanatics. They're going to other countries and they're trying, like Taiwan and stuff. They're trying to act like king for a day, and let me tell you, they're getting a what for? What for? Okay, you guys, so I'm going to come off now. If I'm a little low-key, I'm still in recovery. I'm going to do the prayers, and then I'll see you again. Maybe not tomorrow, but the next day. All right. Love you all. Cheers. Oh, I just found pause recording. Cheers. Bye.